The simple sounds of Delacroix amid the simple sights. Here, crab traps line lonely roads, and dead branches reach both high above and far below. But what still seems simple is now a lot more complicated and colorful. Winding booms still pack boats instead of seafood. And St. Bernard Parish native Donis Cohen fears Louisiana is just as vulnerable now as the day of the oil disaster more than 100 days ago.
It's going to happen again. When? We don't know. Just like hurricanes, they're going to happen.
3,200 miles to the north and 21 years into their own recovery, Alaska remains painfully aware of the need for an expedited oil response. And the people here stand uniquely prepared. Permanent response stations equipped with boom now dot the majestic Alaskan shore.
Here along the coast, Louisiana lacks that kind of infrastructure. More often than not, resources like boom or barges had to be transported countless miles before it finally got here and could be deployed in the wake of the Gulf oil disaster.
And when you look at the response plans that BP and Exxon, all the big companies had, they talk about that capacity, but it was more a theoretical capacity rather than a real capacity. So maybe now we need to have these stations at Port Fourchon and Morgan City and other places across the coast where we'd have people ready to go at a moment's notice.
New Orleans leaders say talks of planting permanent resources in Louisiana have already begun with BP and the U.S. Coast Guard. Still, no timelines have been set, no guarantees given.
I think that this incident showed that we did not have along the coast some of the equipment we needed.
As the sun sets into the bayous of coastal Louisiana, time here seems to stand as still as the barnacles. But in the wake of a still fresh disaster, the clock still ticks for a quicker, better response.
They should be starting to put that stuff in place now, right now.
A simple solution, say residents, for a simple community.
And the Director of Homeland Security in Jefferson Parish says they are in the process of developing a local and state plan to permanently store boom in strategic locations throughout Louisiana. He also plans to create a database of fishermen and commercial companies willing to deploy the boom in an emergency. And Mike, long term, he also says it wouldn't be a bad idea to have yearly training sessions on just how to utilize those resources.
All right, you're right about that. Thanks,